Hello, everybody. Hello, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to the Greatness Engineering Hour show, the show where we bring you all the champions and people who are making a difference in everybody's life, in the community. And we really, looking for people who can share stories or share a particular knowledge that's going to help you to be inspired and hopefully take action to get to the next level of your greatness. Today, we're not going far. We're staying home in Australia, but we're going to the southern part of Australia. And I have another champion. And for me, she's a quiet power. And she's one of those heroes that, you don't know about. And I don't even know sometimes if she knows that she is a hero. So she's a good friend. She's been helping me with my fitness when I was working in Adelaide, and she has a very very interesting story and a very inspiring story. And her name is Maria Rondon, and she is a petroleum engineer like myself. That's my background. I'm a petroleum engineer by formation, and she's actually developed skills into personal training. So she's now a certified personal training and nutrition coach, and she lived with her family in Adelaide, that's in South Australia. She's originally from Venezuela, but she moved to Australia in 2007. Her fitness journey really started in 2009 after she gave birth to her first child. And with a lot of work, she was not a particular, she was not good at exercise, and she didn't, I don't even know if she liked it, but with time, and then since she gained a lot of weight after the birth of her child, she started to really show some interest, and with a lot of work she reached her goal, and even much more. She find a passion for endurance sports and healthy living. And since then, she's been improving her knowledge and a physical as well, a physical part of what she's doing physically. And she's been very active and made a commitment, and to keep going and keep improving in that area. And it's been something really good to her, because being active made her more committed, disciplined, and confident as a mom and as an athlete, and also in her engineering career. And she's also an entrepreneur. So it has helped every area of her life. And she went from, zero sport background. Can you imagine, to be an accomplished runner and free athlete. And she has now completed all running distances from 5K to ultra marathon. And she's a four-time 70.3 triathlon finisher. Wow, I can't even imagine. All this, she's been doing all this by, being a mom, working, in the industry, in the oil and gas industry, and also working as an entrepreneur. So she's really, somebody that you want to meet. And I'm happy that, you are here to listen to her, to listen to her story, and to listen to her advices as far as, exercise and coaching and healthy living is concerned. So let's bring Maria and have a great conversation and get to know her, and know about, how she managed to get where she is, and what are her aspirations for the future.
Let's get started right into it. And that is the power of labels, right? memories. But as I got older, I started to be more aware of some of the abusive sides of
So welcome again. Welcome, Maria. Welcome to the Greatness Engineering Hour show. It is such a pleasure to have you today. And what I forgot to tell everybody is that Maria has been my coach. She has been helping me for a year and a half with my fitness, and I've really enjoyed, working with her. But today she's my guest, and I really want you to get to know her because I know that she's amazing, and she has so much to share. So welcome, Maria, to the Greatness Engineering Hour show.
Thank you very much, Mirel, and thank you. I'm very humble and honored to be your host in this show, and the people that you bring here are just so inspired and amazing that I feel very honored. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Maria. And for people who don't know you, just want you to introduce yourself to our audience. Let us know, who you are and how you managed to get, to where you are, and anything that you want to share about, any key milestone that you had so far, going through your journey.
Yes. So I'm Maria. I'm originally from Venezuela, and I moved to Australia in 2007. I'm a petroleum engineer like Mirel, and that's I started working 16 years ago as an engineer and moved to Australia to keep working as an engineer. After I had my first baby, after never exercise in my life, I actually didn't like it before. I didn't like sweating. I hated being out of breath, all by that. And after I had my baby, I was in a place which I don't know if it happens to anyone. Maybe it was only my experience, but I know certain people feel like that. I felt kind of like lost in this identity, who I was. Was I only the mother of this tiny baby, or I was an engineer? What else was there out there to challenge me? And I decided that I needed to lose weight, and for that, it all started by eating salads. That's how it started. That's how all started, by eating salads. And then I started moving, and a friend of mine suggested for me to do a triathlon, and I was like, no, I don't even know. I know how to ride a bike, but I don't know how to swim freestyle, for example. And she was like, oh, come on, it's a really short distance. And I did. I trained for 3 months. I taught myself how to swim freestyle by watching YouTube videos. And I completed my first triathlon, which was a very small distance. It was only 2 laps in the pool, 4 kilometers on a bike, and 1 kilometer run. And I remember that at the time, it was the hardest thing I had ever done in my life. I couldn't even run the whole day. I had to walk because it was very hard. But I got hooked. I got hooked by the challenge and the commitment necessary, and it felt like such a good achievement that I wanted to do more. So what it started to, my goal initially was to lose weight. It became just part of my life since then. That was almost 10 years ago.
Wow. And it's amazing, you just started from zero, and
From
then
zero.
from really zero, and you just started to educate yourself, and then you had also the right person pushing you, saying, okay, you should try that. and you got out of your comfort zone to really say, okay, I'm going to try it. I don't know if I'm going to succeed, but I'm going to try it. And then with time, going step by step,
Going step by step. Yeah.
you've reached a level and you became passionate about it. So
Yeah.
tell me, what, obviously, it was hard, but there must have been something that actually push you and help you, because it's not an easy process. There've probably been time where you wanted to give up, and
Oh,
so
all the
so
time.
yeah. So what is what are the techniques, or what are the thing that you did to help you to keep going?
To keep going. Um, it is like being an entrepreneur, right?
Mm-hmm.
First you have to believe, really believe that you really want this, and once you know why you want to do this, and in my case it was like, well, I want to just to prove myself that I can
Mm-hmm.
do something really hard and really difficult that I haven't done. That if I've been always a hard worker, because that's how I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, I know if I work really hard, like I have done at uni, like I had done at work, in my job, well, if I work really hard, I can get up to something. So it was like applying all that little by little, and just reading. I read so many books and watched so many videos. I remember Facebook was starting, and I just joined a group called Another Mother Runner in Facebook. And it was a group of women, all mothers, and everyone was waking up at 5 in the morning, because it was the only time that you could exercise without looking after the kids, because everyone was sleeping. And I was like, oh yes, these people are like me. There are other people out there doing exactly the same thing. Just working for yourself, doing something that some people might think that it's selfish, but it actually make me good and make me happy and give me more energy to do the rest of the things in my day. So once you know why you want it, and you have the awareness to feel the difference that it makes in you, that motivates you to keep going. And that's something that I tell my clients: don't wait for motivation, because motivation, it's totally overrated. It comes
Mm-hmm.
and then disappears. But if you do one single thing every day, it motivates you to keep going to the next day.
Mm-hmm. And I like it. Don't wait for motivation. Create, you have to create this motivation yourself, because otherwise it's
Yes.
not gonna come. And that's the problem. So let's look into the comment box and see who we have today. We have Angie. Angie is in Washington D.C., so she's watching from there. And I think Angie is actually a sport person as well, so she might
Oh,
be
nice.
able to relate to that. And Angie, again, she said, wow, impressive background. She's really impressed by what your background and what you've been able to do. And we have our best friend, Anna Catherine
Oh,
Arias
yes.
Herrera. She's here to support you. And hey, Hannah, we really, appreciate you being here
Yes.
and watching. So, and we have my best friend as well, Lotus. Lotus
Oh,
is
she's so
here.
impressive.
Yes, no. So Lotus, I think Maria has been watching you as well. So
Yes.
it's good that you've been able to watch this show today. So let's have a small break, and we'll come back and try to know a little bit more about Maria and how she managed to go from zero to where she is right now. Very impressive.
Know exactly how it is to be busy looking after your family, your career, and not having the time and not knowing where to start when we're talking about your fitness and your nutrition goals. That's why I'm very good at helping busy women to move, to eat, and to live better. Consistent, tiny baby steps, it's all you need to transform your life and keep it like that forever. My name is Maria Rondon, and I'm the founder and head coach of Succeed Personal Training.
Okay, so there's something that you said in the video. You helping busy women, and I've been one of those this busy woman. So let us know. Talk talk us through how you're doing it and what you really do and how it's going, with the ladies when you do all of this.
Yes. So since 2017, I decided to kind of like formalize my passion to help other women to get better, to become more confident, and to improve in every area, just like the sport and the fitness did for myself. And so I'm passionate about helping women to discover the same thing, either through movement or through nutrition or healthy living. And since 2007, I became certified as a personal trainer. And in 2018, I became a nutrition coach. And what I do is through habits, I guide people and help them develop skills and habits to get to their goals and get there forever. All those things that you see in the media, all those 12-week programs, 10 weeks programs, they may help you to get to your goal, but they don't teach you what are you going to do after that. So my mission is to not do a 12-week programs, but a lifestyle thing, teaching people how to get to where they want, to the shape they want, to the health they want, but something that they can sustain for life. So there is no hard rules, no elimination diets, nothing hard to it. It's just very individual. It has to do with how you like, how you deal with the stress, and adapting everything to your lifestyle, so you can get to where you want and keep it for the rest of your life. My goal is that no women ever has to jump in a JoJo diet, never ever in their life again.
And that's important to highlight, is that you have all those diets and then you get excited for a few weeks, and then when it's finished, you go back to what you were doing before, and at the end of the day, it's not sustainable. So it's important to get into have something that you can sustain, that you can design around your life, and that you're gonna follow for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked, when I was working with you, is that it was not about something set for everybody. It was about looking at my life, how my routine, and then put something together for me that I could sustain for a long time, instead of just the time where I was working with you. Because now that I don't work with you, I still have this routine going, and that's very important. But what do you find is the challenge for some of your clients and some of the lady working with you? Because I can imagine that's a big shift for a lot of them. They need to do a lot to get to this level. I know you do it step by step, but what are the key challenges?
Key challenges. One is most of them, it's very common for them to think that they need to be told what to do. And that's something that as a coach, I've learned that even though the person thinks they need what to do, if I tell them, that creates resistance, because no one really likes to be told what to do. We all like to be autonomous in our decisions and our behaviors. So and one of the biggest thing is to really work together with the person and just guide them, like bring the solutions and bring the ideas out of themselves. Because once you say yourself, once comes from you, you are most likely to stick to it and to be consistent and to be open-minded and try new things until you get to what really works for you. So that's one big thing, getting to working with the person and getting the person to think really on what they want and how are they going to achieve it. The second will be dealing with the stress. We're all so stressed about everything, about work, because we live so busy lives, because we have kids, we have family to take care of, or at the moment we have a pandemic situation that has wrecked all our routines and all our systems. And maintaining the focus on your goals and your fitness and health goals when there is a lot of stress around, it's very, very difficult. So that's something that I help my clients to deal with, because again, those diets, they don't teach you what are you going to do if your partner gets sick and you have to spend time in the hospital. What are you going to do when you can't find the food that it's in your menu, or the meal plan that they gave to you? What are you going to do when the kids get sick and you can exercise for 5 days because you're so tired that you couldn't sleep? So part of my work is also teaching them how to deal, what are the best strategies to deal with the stress, teaching them that there is no black or white, but a series of gray situations, and sometimes your priorities shifts from one side to another one, and you just have to accept that with self-compassion and just keep moving forward, even if it's a tiny little bit at the time, because there are other things going around. So I would say that's one of the biggest things, just dealing with the stress.
Mm-hmm. So basically it's a multi-dimension coaching. Hopefully you start with the physical, but then, like you said, there's also the emotional part coming in, and you also have to deal with it, because if you want your client to get the result that they're looking for, then you also have to deal with the emotional part of things. So let's get the comment box as well. I think it's on fire today, just to see how people. So that's Lotus again. Know your why and keep going. Yes, you need clarity, definitely. I was talking about Angie, so Angie can relate, because she played sport, rugby, volleyball, and softball, and she's very athletic.
Fantastic.
And so that's definitely an area. And we have Marjorie. I think Marjorie is, hello from Angola, very, very motivational. And she's been working with you, obviously, and enjoying it as well. And we were talking about, the sustainable lifestyle which you want, to have, because otherwise, the people are just, they just give up. And they don't get the result that they want. So let's have another break, and we'll come back with this discussion. For those who are just joining us, we are today with Maria Rondon. Maria is a petroleum engineer by background, but she's also an entrepreneur. But most of all, she's a personal trainer and a nutritional coach, and that's what we're talking about today: lifestyle, nutrition, and sport as well. So let's do this small break, and then we'll come back ready to continue our conversation with Maria.
When you feel like quitting, remember all of those who said you'd fail. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. When you feel like quitting, remember what you're doing it all for. When you feel like quitting, remember pain is temporary and greatness lasts forever.
When you feel like quitting, remember that the pain you feel today will be replaced with the strength you need tomorrow. Remember that every ounce of pain you feel is building a stronger you, a stronger body, a stronger mind, and a stronger character. So push through the pain. Don't let it stop you. Force it to grow you.
Don't back down from the pain. Face it. Feel no pain. There is no pain. That painful last rep, that's nothing. Give me more. Push harder.
Too tired, too hard, too busy, too early, too stressed. No excuses. Too tired, no excuses. Too hard, no excuses. Too busy, no excuses. Too early, no excuses. Too stressed, no excuses. When I feel like quitting, I remember there's too many people I need to prove wrong. When I feel like quitting, I remember I have too much to fight for. I will not quit.
Sleep ins, they're for grandmas. I'm up, I'm ready to go. Quitting, that's for those who have no heart. I do not quit. Your greatest physique, your greatest health, your greatest strength, it doesn't come with average effort. If you want average results, keep showing up and giving average effort. If you want to be at your best, you will have to give your best effort. Make an oath to yourself that you will not walk out of any training session, any game, anything without giving 110% of your soul. Whatever you think is your limit, push past it. Whatever you think is your max, see if you can get 10% more out. Results don't lie. It all comes down to one simple question. How bad do you want it? And when you feel like quitting, give me 10 more.
Nothing great is going to come if you quit. I know it's hard. I know you are tired. I know it seems impossible, but you must keep going. Stick it out and get your reward.
So we are back with Maria, and when I was watching the commercial, I still remember some of the session with Maria, and that's exactly a message. No excuses. You don't quit. So let's I just want you to let us know how you motivate your clients, because I know that some of the thing that we were doing, I mean, sometimes I just wanted to quit, especially the rope thing. So I just want to know, how you manage, people who are on the line and really ready to quit, because it can be very hard, especially when you're asked to be pushed and you're not ready for that. So how do you manage that?
It's there's a very good book called How Bad Do You Want It by Matt Fitzgerald. And the book is all about the research in elite athletes. What happened with them at that moment where just about when they feel like they can't give anything else. And it's really interesting because the research shows that your muscles, your body can always give a little bit more. It's your mind that gets tired, and it's your mind that doesn't want to give anything else. And so you first quit with your mind, then with your body. So that's something that is really helpful, because I know when I look at the people doing the exercise, doing the battle ropes, and I see in their faces and they're giving their all, they just need a little bit of encouragement. They just need to be told something like, come on, keep going. Or, if I see you panicking and I panic, then you're going to panic more and then you're going to quit. So I have to, one of my best techniques is to keep calm, smile, as you know, try to make it as fun as possible, and to keep people engaged and passing the time without noticing how hard they're working. And it also helps. My sessions are also really, they work really well because there is a lot of people doing the same thing. So you don't feel like you're suffering by yourself. And that's something that really I found that really motivates people. It's just knowing that you're not alone, that there are other people doing the same as you and working as hard as you. So if they can do it, then you can do it too.
And that's the important bit, because sometimes when we have, when we want to quit, we think we are alone in this situation. And it's really good to remind people that you know what, you're not alone. A lot of people some people are gone through it and they really succeeded to go all the way. and you're not different. You can do it. It's
You
not
can.
easy, but you can do it, and
Yes.
that's the key. And I love also the fact that you say you have to remain calm, because sometimes, when you see people agitated and then they become emotional, it can
Yeah.
be it can be very frightening. So you have to stay calm and make sure that you bring them back to some positive emotion, which
Yeah.
is really good. So I just wanted to ask you as well. Just go ahead. You wanted to add something, Maria?
Yes. What I wanted to finish is, once you do that hard thing a little bit, the next time you're facing the same situation, you remember that in your brain, in your conscious, is that thing like, oh, well, last week I pushed that hard and I could hold it for 20 seconds. Maybe I can go 25, and that's how you gain confidence. So as many times as you put yourself through the effort and past that barrier keeps rising, and you keep rising to the challenge and keep pushing more.
And that's important. But I wanted to ask you, because obviously, you wake up at 5 a.m., go every
Yes.
single day. So
Yes.
that's another question. You never actually once a day ask, oh no, I'm not going. And then you have, you have young children, you are married, and you work, so how do you balance all of this? What is your routine, and what are the key things that you do to be successful in all those different compartments of your life?
Yes, and something that I've learned is to keep these habits. You have to create a system and a structure, so that it's unique depending on your lifestyle. So in my case, I've discovered that between 5 and 6:30 a.m., I call it the invisible hour, which is nobody needs me and nobody wants me and nobody calls my name. So that's the time that I will use for training all the time from during the work week. I'm very fortunate that my husband is very supportive of all the crazy things that I do, and he is willing to step up, and he watches the kids whenever I'm going out for a ride or for a run. But yeah, my systems allow me. I've prepared all my systems and a structure to allow me to be ready, which means I have to go to bed early, so I have plenty of rest. Because exercise gives you energy, and when you feel your body, you eat well, you have mental clarity. So that allows me to be really sharp and focused when I'm at work during the day, and then later when I pick the kids from the school and I have to work in my personal training business. So it's like, because of the same healthy lifestyle that I take, it allows me to have plenty of energy to get on with my day and do all those things. I train in the morning, then go to work, then pick the kids to school, then I keep working, but now I'm in business. And yeah, I do have rest. It's not like that I'm on all the time. I do have rest. and with the age, I realized how important is rest for you. This is where you recharge, where your muscles grow, when your immune system gets strong. So I make sure I rest, and I make sure I eat very well too, so I can support all the things that I do during the day.
So I hope you all have your pen and notebooks to really take notes, because she's been Maria has been giving us so many insight and good information for us, for our own balance, for our own our own life, to find ourselves as well and be able to structure ourselves. And she's been talking about create systems and structure, which are very important, in every single area of our life, personal life and professional life. So those systems, we have to create them. And also she mentioned that it has to be sustainable, because it's a routine now. It's a routine that she does every single day. And like we saw in the commercial, no excuse. You can't quit. You have to keep going. And I suppose when you start to, you establish this routine, it becomes something that you don't even think about. You just do it naturally. And
Yes.
and that's really good.
The good thing is it doesn't have to be 2 hours a day. So many people think that you have to exercise 2 hours in the gym every single day. Other than that, it's not worth it. And it's not like that. If all you have is 15 minutes for do some yoga in your living room, and you can do that every single day, by all means, go for that. 50 minutes is not, it's not nothing. 50 minutes is more, it's more than zero. And we know that zero is not good for our health. So don't go to the extremes to think that you need to do 7 days a week, or that they has to be in the gym, or they have to be, all sweaty. Nothing. Light movement. Even if you offer a walk for 5-10 minutes a day, that's really good, and your body will thank you for that. So it's very important that each person finds what you can be capable and what can be sustained. If you can go from 0 to 8 hours of exercise per week, because you're going to burn out, and it might not be, it's just not going to be sustainable. So just start little by little and find that balance between movement, and that gives you energy enough to continue with your life and get better in the other areas of your life.
And that's the thing that we need to remember. And I know I've been like that. You just start really sharp, and then you the first 2 days you're like, you running, maybe 1 hour and things like that. And then after a week you start to say, okay, I know it's not sustainable. I can't continue, and you quit. So it's really important, like you said, to create something around your lifestyle, and something that you'll be able to sustain. And later on, if you has your endurance, everything, your physical condition, improve, then you can step up.
And you can step up.
Yeah. And that's more sustainable, and at least you're not gonna quit, because otherwise, it's, you do a lot of effort at a certain time, and then you quit and you abandon everything, and that's not really helpful.
No, and it doesn't give you confidence to try it again, right? Because all that you can think of is, well, but I did try and I failed. So I'm always telling my people to make your life easy. Do like really, really easy baby steps, and because once you get there, you're gonna get confidence, and you're gonna keep, you want to try to do more, because you have that, you're tapping into your confidence rather than going all in and then failing.
Okay, so we have some more comments and some more people coming. We have Eva. Eva is watching from South Africa. So hello, Eva. Thanks for coming in. And we have Monica Garcia. Congratulations to Maria on everything she has achieved so far. Powerful woman with a big heart. I can confirm, powerful woman with a big heart. That's I know. And wow, very helpful tips and techniques to keep going. Thanks for sharing. Yes, thanks for sharing, because sometimes there's so many information, on diet, on exercising, and so we get lost in the process. And that's why, I really like, what you've been doing is really look at, your lifestyle, and then design something around your lifestyle. It's not about, taking a program that you've seen, on TV, or that somebody has done. You can do that, but it's actually better to do something that that it's around your lifestyle, something that you're gonna keep doing and fit, especially you are working with busy women, that you can fit as a busy woman into your life. So it's really important. One thing that I wanted to ask you, obviously, you migrated to Australia and Venezuela. You still have a big heart in Venezuela, and there's a lot going on there. So how do you relate to that in terms of, how do you, in what you're doing, helping some of the women actually there, or some of the women around, that you can, help them to get this confidence, because it can be very difficult for
It,
them with everything that's going on, to keep going and to even, have faith in anything.
yes, it's really it's really difficult because if you think that you don't have the time to exercise or to eat well and cook your food, imagine living in a country where you don't have the food, you can't buy the food, a country where it doesn't really, there is no outdoor space for you to go for a walk, or that you can, if you go out, then you have the stress to worry about your own safety. So there are so many other challenges around that can affect the way you work through your health and fitness goals on that side. So for them, when the person is like that, it's all about, finding what is on your control. What can you control right now that can actually help you move forward to your goals? There are many things that you can't control, but you can certainly work with the things that you control. It could be with a little bit of food that you find. How can you make a little bit healthy meal? What is a little bit of movement that you can do at your home? And those are kind of the strategies that I use with the people living over there.
It's good, and that's when, digital is very important, because you can still, help them, like you said, pass this message of, telling to them, just focus on what you can control, but don't give up. Don't give up. You can still do something that can help you to, to have good health, even in this chaos. Have good health, and it's gonna actually help you also with your mental and your mindset as well, if you can do that. And that's really important. So we're gonna have go ahead, sorry.
Technology nowadays is like there is absolutely no barrier to help anyone, whatever it is. And so as long as you have the will, and you can always focus on what you can control, you can always work on your goals. Always. There is like your video, there's absolutely no excuses. You can always do something to work for you.
And that's a good message and powerful message, because sometimes we tend to go and focus on what we can't do and all the negative associated with it, and it's better to, even if there's just one positive, to put all our energy on that, and stay positive, because that's what's gonna help us to go further, instead of get stuck where we are and finding all kind of excuses, and in a way dying, because we don't do anything anymore, and we're just static, and we don't have any ambition, and
no purpose,
it can no purpose, and it can be deadly. And that's the thing. And one thing that I wanted to know, I mean, to all the work that you're doing on personal training and coaching, how is it helping you in at work, in your professional career?
In my professional, as a petroleum engineer, you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, in a technical role as an engineer, sometimes it's very hard to see what is the effect of what you're doing, or exactly what is that you do that helps a company, because you are just a tiny bit of a long chain of things. My business, helping women, it's like I can see it directly, the difference that I make when I talk when I do a check-in with the client. So that keeps me, it motivates me to be the same at my job as an engineer. So if I can be as good as a coach and help women, I know I'm smart enough and I'm motivated enough to go as an engineer to in my job, because I have to teach people. For example, you know that I'm always nervous about public speaking. So
I'm quite happy you accepted this interview. So I'm really blessed. Thank God.
So one of the good things about this is it's helping me coming out of a shell at my engineering job, because now I'm not gaining more confidence because I teach people. Then it's just like, well, if I'm good teaching these people and speaking to these people and demonstrating and showing things, I'm more confident when I'm presenting my projects as an engineer, for example. So it kind of like one thing is complementing the other one. So one thing helps me be better in the other role as well.
That's fantastic, and I've seen that. And that's the good thing, seeing you outside, and then also in our professional environment, how you see that what you're doing outside is actually helping you to get the confidence to really deliver a high standard result, high standard products, and it's really boosting your confidence and really helping. I can
Not
imagine.
only confidence, communication
Sure.
skills, because talking to people and guiding them, you have to be really clear on how you talk to people and how you communicate and share ideas, how you react when there is resistance. So it's improving my relationships and at my job as well, and the way I deal with people, the way I give feedback to my boss, because now I am a coach, so I know how the things that I would like to hear from my people. So it's just like, okay, maybe my boss would like to hear this from me as well. Maybe he can improve on this, or I can improve on that. So it's been really, really interesting.
Fantastic. And so for those who are just joining, or who are going to have the watch the replay, we are here with amazing and energetic Maria. Maria is based in Adelaide. She's a fitness coach and also a nutritional coach. But she's not just doing that. She's a mom, she's a wife, she's an entrepreneur, and she's a petroleum engineer. So she's a superwoman. And, I always tell people when I talk about Maria, she's a hidden hero, because she's doing so many things and and have a big heart. So for me, those are the kind of people that I really want to feature in my show, to show that, you have some hidden heroes hiding somewhere in the world. And I'm happy she accepted to come to the Greatness Engineering Show. So we're going to have, a small break, and then we're going to start the last part of our conversation. We are back with Maria. Maria is based in Adelaide. She's so we are home here in Australia. And Maria, I just we've talked about several things today, and I just wanted to know from you, what do you think is been key to your success, and what is success for you?
Um, the key to my success, that I am determined and committed when I have a goal, and yeah, I know that if I have a plan and I commit to it and I follow through it, I will get to my goal. And that's something that sport has taught me about myself that I didn't know that I had. And it's something that I have been able to translate to every area of my life. It's something that I have applied at my job. It's something that I applied now at my business. I never thought that I would be an entrepreneur. And it all started like, well, if I can do this in the sport, if I can achieve these crazy goals of long triathlons and everything, why can I have a successful business? Why can I help other people doing the same? So I think that's the biggest thing for myself is just learning that I only need a plan, because once I have a plan and I commit to it, I will get where I want to.
So,
And what success is for me, achieving that health balance, having mental clarity, feeling that I have a purpose, helping other people, getting fitter and becoming healthier, being present with my family, with my kids, husband, giving my best effort at my job, and as a coach as well. That's pretty much as many people as can help, and I can make a difference. I can help make a difference in their lives, and I can give my best effort in all my other areas. That's success for me.
That's fantastic, so powerful. And you're already doing it, making a difference in the life of so many women already. And you've made a difference in mine as well. And that's really why I really wanted to bring you here, and so to the world, to show to the world, to understand that there are people with big heart hiding somewhere in Australia, and you are doing great things, and and it's important that they know about it. And hopefully, if there are people fighting with their fitness, fighting with being having the right diet, or even emotionally, I mean, these are things that Maria can, she can do, she can help, and don't hesitate to contact her. We're gonna look at some of the comments again. So we've looked at this, the tips, and then Angie is there. She's talking about, at some point you talk about taking baby steps, and and to get to be successful. And she's admiring you, busy, hardworking, and successful. And she's really admirative, and saying thank you for sharing your achievement. So that's good. So we talked about what success is all for you. You've accomplished so much already, like we've been able to see through this discussion. But what is the legacy that you want to leave? I mean, at this point, what legacy are you working toward? If I can say that, what more impact do you want to have in the future?
I want to have this community of women that have gotten they are confident, and that know they can do anything they want in any area of their life. If they want to achieve a certain body type, if they want to achieve a certain fitness goal, or if they want to be successful in their careers, managing stress and their busy lives. I want this community of people, of women, to be confident and know, and they if they want it, they will have the skills to actually make it happen and be there forever. Not for a period of time, but for a lifetime. Having this community of ladies, where you create sustainable lifestyle changes. That would be my that's what I aspire to have as a legacy.
So it's a big one. It's a big one because,
I
as
know.
you know, I mean, I do as well. As women, it's sometimes very difficult. We have so many hats to wear, and we can lose ourselves into all of this. So it's important that we have people like you who can focus her and us and give us, the tips, help us to put system and structure in place so that we can, be completely we have a balance and fulfill with what we're doing, and really do what we want, because sometimes as women we condition ourselves to other people, have a husband or
Yeah.
family or children, but we forget ourselves. So it's important to know that we can also put ourselves first without dropping those other areas of our
Without.
life,
Yeah.
and actually enriching those other area of our life. So it's been
Yeah.
it's been a great conversation, and I hope the audience have enjoyed it, and also I hope you've taken notes. For those who couldn't actually tune in, there's always the replay that you can go to, and really get to know Maria, and get to connect with her if you feel like you want to improve on your physical, or you want to improve your diet, or you want to improve, get balance in several area of your life. I think she's there. She's open to any new client, especially women. She's committed to helping women find this balance that they're looking for, and be really okay with everything that's happening in their life. So Maria, we're getting to the end of the show. um how can people connect with you?
Um, First of all, thank you to everyone that watched and commented in the show. I really appreciate all your comments. If you want to connect with me, you can contact me through Facebook. My business page is called Succeed Personal Training. You can join our Facebook group where I share recipes, motivation tips, challenges, workouts, anything. It's called Succeed PT Club. Or you can send me send me a message if you want to connect, or if you want any help. I'm not gonna sell you anything. If there is something that you feel I can help you with, I'm more than happy to do it.
Okay, all right. So you got all contacts. Don't hesitate if you need to, if you need to reach out to her, and should be okay. I've seen some comments here. We have Anna Kafrina. Anna Kafrina, thank you so much. Amazing tip. Promise. Keep going, big L. So Maria, we have to keep going.
Yes.
It has to be sustainable, definitely. And Eva as well, again from South Africa. Thank you for your input. Great tips. And there's this gentleman, personal training. Keep up the great work, Maria. You're doing an amazing job. Unfortunately, we don't have the name. So like I said, I mean, I'm just so excited, and I was already excited before starting the session. Now I'm even more excited to have had this conversation with you. And I've learned even more than when I was you were coaching me. So I keep learning from you, and I hope the audience have been able to learn as well from you today, and really get to take notes, and hopefully take action after
And
the
take
show, as
action.
take
Yes.
action after the show, because that's the more important thing. I bring people to you, but what I want you is to take action, because it's not about just listening and approving what you listening on the show, but it's about getting to the next, take action and get to the next level of your greatness.
Yeah.
Because my objective with this show is for you to be able to step into your greatness, get to the next level of your greatness, and get to reach self-actualization and understand that it's whole, it all starts with you. We are providing you with the knowledge, with the information, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to do the right thing using this information. And like I always say, don't leave anything on the table of life, because you don't want to regret when you depart from here. So we have another amazing woman next Monday. She has a tremendous story. She survived. She survived a car accident. She survived stage 3 cancer, but she managed to come back big. She was already big, and all those things happened to her, but she didn't give up. She came back, and she came back strong. So we're going to listen to her story on Monday. And I can tell you it's going to be inspiring, because she went through so much, but never actually took any, use any excuses not to come back. So I'm really excited and really looking forward to have, this show on Monday as well. So for us, it's the end. And again, Maria, thank you for your insight. Thank you for everything that you
Thank
brought
you.
into the show. I just want to ask you, do you have a last word for the audience before we leave?
Once you know, why you really want it, just set a plan and just act on it. Like Miral said, it's all about the action. Don't wait for motivation. Even just a tiny step will keep you motivated to keep going.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
So go for it.
Go for it. Just do it. Like like Nike, just do it. You have all the information. You have the tips. You have we talked about the process, the structure, the system. So just do it. And if you need more clarity, more information, please connect with Maria. For now, for us, it's thank you, and have
you.
a great day, everybody, and good night to Maria. And it's been such a pleasure to have you. Thank you very much, and see you next week with Dr. Missy Johnson and a story as well. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Miral. Bye.
Bye.